quite go. You slam it, and then you can't get the door open. Anybody ever been there and done that? It's like you got to almost beat the door open, like stick a pry bar in and pop it open. That's because this piece is screwed up.
What causes the door pretty much lined up and you got it shut and you open it?
That's just weather stripping.
Weather stripping.
The aftermarket weather stripping that's available. This stuff is a little bit thicker and it doesn't compress as much as what the factory stuff did. It's what we've got. But on the Scout we built in here, I actually found an NOS weather strip for the right side. It's awesome. It shuts and just works. And this is, I mean, it's as good as what we've got and it does work good. But a lot of times it gets that way, and sometimes what you have to do is on the flange that weather stripping sits on, you may have to go in and bend it if you can see a place where it's tight. What we usually do is do it with the weather stripping off. Do to this point right here with it off, and you can look in and see and look for a consistent gap where the weather stripping goes. If you see a spot where it does this, go ahead and stick a pair of pliers or adjustable wrench on it, pull it, and get it straight. Yeah, yep, and that's the nature of the beast. I mean, it's just, this is a little bit thicker. It's good for sealing, but yeah, it takes you and two buddies to get the door shut. But yeah, I think with these being stuck, it'll hyper extend, for lack of a better term. I don't know what the right term would be, but when it shuts, it goes just a little bit too far and it jams it. The height between here and here, you can actually see on the top of his where it's rubbed right there. That's where it's rubbing on that one. It should be. But the height between here and here is the same as this. And when this little piece is in a bind, it shuts, and then it's like it's grabbed hold of it, and you got to beat the door open. And that's this piece. So before you put that guy back on, just lube that thing and make sure that it's free and it's moving right. So let me get this thing in there. Has anybody got any questions at this point?
Yeah, are you going to take this on the road?
Up doing this, there's a camera right there. Are you going to put this on the web?
Oh, this is just dropped off by
Are you here to help?
Jeff, I think.
I need to. We're actually asked about it fairly often.
YouTube.
I put a quick thing on the BinderPlanet years ago, probably before it was BinderPlanet, about how to do it.
Yep, we started off.
But we've learned a lot on how to do it since then and changed how we do it a little bit. So I should probably do that. I need to jump on YouTube and put a video on there about it. But I should do that. I'm putting this back, just looking at where the line was in the dirt and the paint and stuff. I'm putting it back about where it was to start out with. There's another trick we can do if we need to. I guess I can stop saying we might.
Yeah, like last.
You see it still raises a little. You want it, that looks weird, but you want it to raise a little bit, because if you don't, there's no pressure on it. It sits there and rides and bounces. So you want it to ride up just a little bit so that it holds weight on it so it doesn't rattle. I mean, that's pretty good. It's raising a little bit too much. I'll drop it a little bit. If you have any trouble with this, the next, I guess, secret that you can tell if this latch piece is bad, because you can take the maroon painted piece he's got here, take all that off, and only use the bottom screw and that little spacer that's in there that looks like a sleeve. Just put those two pieces on. If you just got those two pieces on and everything works right, then it's not safe, because this piece like captures that in a crash. As easy, I guess, but you can at least test it and make sure it works. We can loosen this guy up and lower it just a hair.
But yeah, it's just a matter of I started out just grabbing stuff out of the gut.
It's in.
You know, the amount of time you spend trying to
pretty good.
Customize the thinking on it. It's just so much easier to work.
He's just being nice.
There is a difference. If you got them apart, if you look at them, this leg right here, the top one is straight, and this one has got. How's the other side work?
One more hose to go.
Okay. What I usually will do is I'll start on the driver's side, do that one first, and especially if you've got to shim the body mounts that we talked about, if you've got to do anything funky with those, I'll do that one first, then I'll come over and do the passenger side, then I'll go back over to the driver's side and fine tune it again. Usually it doesn't need any more body shims, it's just what we just did on this one. But I'll start there, come here, go back over there, because that one gets used twice as much as this one does, and I want it right. But you can go back and forth till you're happy. The same deal, if this is low, you need to shim that one. After you get this gap set, that's the first thing. Forget that. Get this fender door gap straight. And then shim the body mount to get this right. If it's high back here, when you get your gap right, see if there's any shims under there. If there is, pull them out. If there's not, you need to shim this one up. Once you get that done, let's say we got the front gap right and it's high back here. We've got to shim this one up. Shim that one up. Now our door shuts just like this, and it's awesome. Everybody's happy. And then somebody gets back and looks at it, and it's a gap up here big enough you can stick your thumb in, and it's tight down here. What we got to do? Can't lower it down, the door won't shut.
You know,
Door won't shut. Raise this one up, and the door's going to come up with it. The door's attached here. It's just hanging on for the ride back here. If you change anything up front, it's going to mess the latch up. You got to raise the tail on the back of it. If this gap sits like this, when the front's right. If this gap sits like this, you need to raise that one. Because that'll pinch the back. Remember, you got a front and a back, right? That means the back's sitting like this. You need to raise the back up until that gap's straight. Sometimes they go quick. Sometimes you spend a half a day getting the door on because you're going back to the tail light and trying to get it right. The hood, we have had, that guy's scout right there. We had it every body line the hood on.
it just plugs right into the harness.
Doors are easy.
So all I do is I mount that right over there on the end.
We had every body mount on it loose.
We
got up here. It's just funny how doors, hood, whatever it is, it throws everything out of whack.
Yep.
If this gap is wide here and narrow up there, the hood needs to go this way, right? What if it's already all the way that way? Now the body needs to go this way. So you've got to shimmy the body over to get the hood lines.
I've got a gap in mine.
So all I'm doing is using the key as a signal to just power up. Whenever it's powered.
You can line it up and make it straight and great. And then we love Parts America's little gas hook struts that hold the hood up so you don't have to put any latch in there. Love them.
I'm like, I'm learning.
But they make it hard to find because it twists. When I put mine in mine, it twists the hood.
Yeah. We tried to adjust the hood and get anything out of it, so I didn't raise.
Yeah, it's easier, but
The mounts in the front,
if you're typically
taking the headlights out, going up through there and trying to adjust it, couldn't get the bushes adjusted up. So I need to shim the body up on this side.
So I went into
If you look at the body mount bushings out there, they come down and then they knock down and they got the thing that's in the hole in the frame. There's a little plate.
exactly, yeah, and one is normally set at like 8 seconds or something, and the other one
You need
is
to do
3 or
you've got
5 or
no gap here.
Yeah, just run them back.
No
both
gap
down
here
to 0.
and wide gap there. No, you're saying wide here. Right?
I've got no gap here and wide gap here.
You need to be able to slide.
Well, I think Doc was holding
The hood needs to go like this.
If the hood needs to do this way, That's the same thing as the body doing this.
You didn't put next to it?
It's this end needs to come down and this end needs to go up.
Bring it to Scoutco, we'll take care of it.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
3 days of labor if we get you this straight.
Oh yeah.
But now hoods are difficult. The doors, like I say, for some reason for us, once we got the mental part of you've got a rear mass and a front mass, and you just have two rectangles. I wanted to bring a dry erase or a magnet board and have 2 pieces of paper or something on it and be able to visually show you, but it's, once you've got that part figured out, like I say, this is nothing more than a bridge that connects the two, and then you've got this flag that you're hanging in there to fit it. But you can shim, again, if this gap is straight and that gap is straight, but the doors high or low, then we need to raise either this up and down as a foursome, or this up and down as a foursome to get the door to line up. This worked out easy. The other side, he's got some shims in there that I don't know what would end up taking to get the other side right. But this one's pretty indicative of what most of them are. You may end up having to put a shim. I don't think, we've never had to shim back at all. They're always low when we get them, when we get the front gap right. I think all we've ever had to do is raise this one just a little bit. I've never had any that we had to mess with back here. But, who's got a question?
Say you're good in the front, and you've got a big gap between the car and the quarter back here.
All top to bottom? Top to bottom? It shouldn't be. The only way that can be, this gap is set by the rocker tube. It is what it is. If somebody has welded that rocker in and didn't keep that gap right, it's too short, then you're screwed. In a nutshell, if the door goes, if you got as tight as you can get it right in about here, it's not hitting the fender, and it still overlaps back here and hits, then you're going to end up having to cut the rocker and spread it. You got to make it hard. If it's too far away back here, then your door needs to come straight backwards. Which is, if that gap's straight, you need to take all 6 of these, the top at one time, the bottom at another, but just raise it, tighten it, loosen these up, raise it, tighten it up. And then when you're doing the top one, you actually loosen it and lower it. Because you're trying to spread it away from the fender. Lower it down, tighten it back up, and just move the whole, that moves the whole door back. And what you're wanting when you're finished is a centered gap. You want this one and this one to be the same. And if it's too wide down there and this one's too tight, then yeah, it'll be too big of a gap back there. You'd have to scoot it back. But it's the same deal. If it's too extreme, you may end up having to cut the rocker. What I would do with it is cut it right along the edge of that dog leg. You cut through the inner and the outer and everything, and then separate it in here and spread it or shrink it, whichever the case may be, and weld it back and smooth it out. Just take a section out or add a section in, whichever way you need to go. But, like I say, 99% of the time, especially, I mean, in this case with the fiberglass tub, you know, that's set. You know that should be right because they molded it or whatever. But you should most any time, unless this is way jacked up, you should be able to get it to fit. I mean, we've seen washers stacked in behind this piece to space that out. You know, if you need to get it going and you don't really care, it doesn't have to be show quality concours. You can stack a washer or a shim in behind there to space this guy out so that it'll shut right. You know, whatever you need to do. But no, I think this one's pretty good. It's your truck. Okay with it?
Better it was.
Like I say, that's out, but I'm scared to mess with it.
Basically any engine that's in that.
I think it has been.
All right, strong guy over there.
Trying to kind of keep up with his head, kind of up and down.
This, if the hinges start to wear on it, and it drops straight down.
It's just
Only a door.
From here to here, it's all.
He wants to put the
It's wide
front
here
surface in
because
it.
it's curved. You know, when you drop it down.
Hey, lemonade.
I'm only down a little bit to see how big it makes it look, and if that hinge is starting to wear and drop straight down, it makes this gap look horrible. Okay. The last thing you do, the last thing you adjust on is windshield crackers. And this one is, it's hidden. And those, there's some adjustment in here. one that you can drive.
My problem was when I put it like this down, well, you can just loosen it. Like something's out.
Okay.